But in those moments of darkness and in those moments of isolation, that's many times when an individual, that if they could see just a sign of hope, when that light bulb goes off, because I want to be anywhere but here, and to have that information on a station such as V-Spann, and then have those resources available through this universal instrument, you will be able to gauge, we will be able to engage. And let me correct that. And that individual that can call and be able to find someone that cares about where they're at that particular moment, and hold on to them long enough and get them to the resources that will be listed, that will be a soul saver.
Can change a life.
It will save some lives.
Save the life of some of our valued veterans and appreciated veterans. Save their life,
and their
change
families.
their life. And their families too, of course.
Many times, the reason we're strangers is because we come home with the full realization now we're full-blown warriors. And with 16% of the people being in combat zones being mothers and grandmothers now, we expect them to be the same. So unless we educate the families on how to engage and embrace the warrior, unless we get the community to be a part of that welcome home road and process, then we are remiss as a grateful nation. And V-Spann can do that. And that's one of the most important things that we can do.
Sue, what do you think the family's going to say when they get the full drift of this?
I think that this is just going to be one of the most amazing opportunities to connect communities, to connect your neighbor again, once again, to help you, to take to find information that you didn't know existed for your veteran. Maybe you only had limited information, and to have the support of all these this new family. It's like a new family. The American Legion support, all the organizations together will have an opportunity. The families will not be alone again. It is so much of an effort to find help when you're trying to take care of someone who's come back, who can't take care of themselves, or they're in the hospital, they're in their nursing home, and you're managing everything. The families can have support, reach out. This is going to reach the broad spectrum. This literally, I believe, will be the change that we go back to and go to the future, where your neighbor again becomes your friend. Your neighbor helps your everybody knows a veteran or someone who has a friend who's a veteran. This is just going to reach out, and this will be support of families, their loved ones, and this can just reach throughout community, and also the younger generation and to learn about the generations past. So it's gonna bring everybody. It's gonna link us all.
Well, Junior, what do you think? Tell your dad.
I am absolutely on board. You know, when I returned home from Iraq, I didn't have a clue of what was available out there for me. I got an hour class to adjust me to civilian life when I got out and got done with deployment and got out of service. And I started getting involved with the different veterans organizations, and I'm starting to see, wow, I didn't realize that this was available. Wow, I didn't realize that this was available. And now, you know, being involved with V-Spann, I think this is just a great opportunity for to basically reach out and touch someone to get that information out there to the people, especially the Iraqi and Afghanistan veterans that are returning home that were just you know, just like me, come home and wow, I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that was available. Instead of, you know, not everybody gets involved in the veterans organizations. So the ones that don't, don't get involved, which I encourage any veteran out there to get involved in veteran service organizations. But the ones that don't will be able to, you know, utilize V-Spann, the programming to benefit from those resources.
I think it's very important to. When a veteran returns and he's having issues, to know that he's not alone, and this is nothing unique to him. This is something that several of our welcome home veterans are experiencing, and when they know they're not alone, and they know that there's other brothers in arms that are going through exactly what they're going through, and they know they can talk about it with them, and they know that camaraderie is still there, you know. And there's a camaraderie among veterans. I don't need to tell our veterans about that, because we all know that, and God bless every one of them. But to know that somebody else is having similar problems or the same problems that you do is a lot of times helpful in itself, just right there. And this is a method that we can do that. Hey, if you're having this issue, here, and here, they can help with this. Simple messages.
And that is the basic premise of the Peer Support Project, which we have at Jesse Brown VA, and at one point was funded by the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, and I had the privilege of directing. It's just like in NA and AA. Overcoming those things that consume the soul sometimes become so overwhelming that we just feel that we are trapped, there's no way out, I'm the only one with this. And with peer support, just like in NA or AA, it is those that have come to terms with that which is destabilizing that helps the ones that are beginning to realize that, hey, something's wrong with me. And after the medication, after the good doctors do what they can do, you got to walk out that hospital door and start living your life. And with peer support doing exactly what you've talked about, and which can be done to some degree through the tube, we let people know that what they're going through with is normal. That's part of the process. That's part of the process of coming to terms with oneself.
You know, some of the veterans, if you look on your screen now, you'll see some of the other veterans organizations that we would like to utilize some of their programs and get the veterans to these programs, and you know, and tell them what's available out there. There's so many programs, and we hear it all the time in the Legion. I know the VFW does too. I know, David, I'm sure you hear a lot of. I didn't know that VFW had a program for that, and we hear that in the Legion too. And you know, when they're able to go to those resources and get those and see them quickly, they're like a best kept secret. If they can go, if there's a place, a clearinghouse, a national clearinghouse per se, or a, I don't know, what's the right word?
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
That's
there we go.
what we're putting together.
That's what it is. This is the one-stop shop for resources for veterans to get help for them and their families.
You know, you got a good point there, Mark. Truly you do. But, Tommy, I think, whether he knows it or not, represents a group that's been around for a long time. Guys riding around on bikes.
Oh, yes.
And basically for all, and I'm not really that much on the bike business knowledge, but I believe veterans basically had a hand in getting that thing to be very popular at one time or not, right after the WW2 war.
That's Toys for Tots. Chicagoland Toys for Tots motorcycle parade. That was all started by the Marines back in 1946.
Hoorah.
And a lot of people don't realize Walt Disney World. Walt Disney was involved with that when it first started. I got 30 years plus with Chicagoland Toys for Tots motorcycle parade. Okay. And worked on that for a long time, and to this day I still ride on it. Okay, and I watched it when we had bad cold winters in the early days. We didn't have fancy clothes like you got now. We used to take newspaper, put it in our pants, put it in our jackets, keep warm. We had work gloves. Now you got good leather gloves, good clothes. You stay warm. Now got electric plug-ins. It's changed industry. The world's changed. Okay, and
support from the biking community has never failed.
No, it's never changed for the support of veterans. You know, back in the 80s, they did the first POW MIA motorcycle, Sunshine motorcycle run, came off Roosevelt in Michigan. Animal put that together.
And who's he?
Animal is the founder of the Chicagoland Toy Tots Motorcycle Parade. Very good people.
And a Marine.
And a Marine.
Hoorah.
Okay.
Don't y'all start barking. Please.
I appreciate it when they do when the veteran has given the ultimate sacrifice and they lose their life. The Patriot Guard riders line up with the flag line so the protesters can't get in there. That's, you know, I love the fact that they're there protecting the families of our fallen. And you know, that's so appreciated. Thank you, everyone, PGR members and other riders and people that ride to and respect the veterans and their families. We appreciate that. You know, we're about out of time here, and you know, this V-Spann movement is one that, again, I am so privileged to be a part of, and I want to thank our panel here, all of you. Thank you. If you're a veteran, thank you for your service. You are appreciated today, and you are appreciated every day. Thank you, and God bless.